I'm just going to go down the list. The golf course, Part 3 short course, which is being proposed, which is a continuation of our existing golf course up on West Mountain, around the Village on the Green Road, either side of that. And part of that has one of the ponds, a new pond in there.
Anybody go to we had an event over homecoming. Anybody get a chance to go see that? So it's a par 3, call it a short course now for some reason. That's what they call it now. Was an extension of the 18. Actually, the original designer designed 3 holes in that area. That was going to be a practice 3 holes. So we looked at that. We thought, why don't we put par 3 in there so people could get around quicker. It'd be for kids to learn to play, whomever. That was part of the idea. And then part of that project is 2 separate projects. The other project is we're putting in a new pond for snowmaking. And also that pond will service the irrigation to all the course, both courses. And it's also for drinking water too. It helps the drinking water for all of Sugarloaf. That gets pulled out of the river as well. It's part of the whole drinking aquifer. And then the snowmaking part's going to put a whole new pump house in. Sugarloaf's going to spend about $9 million on that. A new feed, new piping that we're putting in up on and we'll increase our snowmaking capacity, almost doubling that. So right now we max out about 5,000 gallons per minute. But we measured 3 years ago we were 3,000, so we've almost doubled that. This will get us to 9 to 10. So we'll be able to open a lot more trails quicker. And our goal is to open all the snowmaking trails by Christmas every day. Because we see that if we have a challenging snow year, people don't book their Christmas vacations the following year. So we want to be consistent on that, and that will just help drive business. And if Sugarloaf has a good Christmas series, or time, the rest of the season usually ends up pretty well for us. So it's a really important period for us. So that's the idea behind it. And then the golf course, I don't know, Berger, you're here, right?
I am here.
Yep. Talk about some of the other benefits of that?
It's basically when, a lot of years ago, when I was quite a bit younger, and we put in the 18-hole golf course, there were plans to do 3 practice holes, a par 3, a par 4, and a par 5, to the right of the driving range. That never happened. And now we see as the extension of that program, building a short course, a walking course, that everybody can play. From 4 years old to my age, 104. Can play this course and play it in a timely manner and enjoy their experience. It would also add to the experience of Carabasset Valley in the summer. It'll give people another reason to come here and help our economy.
So we're finding when this original 18, or I know where this is, Village on the Green Road, West Mountain. This is the current driving range. So when they built the first 18, there weren't a lot of golf courses pre-Tiger. So it was more of a destination place, people would come up. But now we're finding that a lot of resort places for destination resort places need to have more than 18 holes for people to come up for the whole weekend. That's the idea behind it. And also you can do this whole thing probably in an hour and a half. So people that don't have as much time to do all 18, it'll help with pace of play on the 18 as well. And we're finding that some of these other courses, and they're happening all over the United States, the rounds are they're about twice as many rounds are played on this as the 18 in the same day. So it makes money too. And then this is the pond I was talking about. It's about 3 million gallons. The new pump house right here. So we'll still take some water out of the river, store it in here, and then from here we'll shoot it up the mountain. Like I said, almost doubling our capacity. So right now we can do 3 trails at once. We'll be able to do like 6. really light them
How
up.
much are you asking of the town to
The
pay?
town product would be the course, it's around 6 million, and then we're putting in about 9 for all the infrastructure. And like in the last 3 or 4 years, we put in about 9 million in our snowmaking. Yep,
So this is a private business, private golf course. And so I'm kind of, and I've been following it as close as I can, going to select board meetings and going to planning board meetings. And it's still,
well, let me correct it. So it's a town course.
The town owns
To
the land.
us to operate. The town will own this land.
Same as the 18 hole.
Right, so this is 37 acres.
my question is, I haven't heard very much about that aspect of it. I've heard a lot about how nice it is and how it was in the plan and it's nice to play and that's great. But I'm kind of curious, like, when I hear, well, the towns, I don't know much about issuing a municipal bond to pay for this, what the payback's gonna be. It's gonna be a town course, as a town resident, can I go play there? And I heard, you know, Jeff made a reference at the selectmen's meeting, well, we're working on the discount for that. Well, what's it gonna be?
20%.
20% discount. And,
And to be a resident, you have to show you're a
you know,
resident.
and then what's the return on investment for, you know, how's the town get paid back for this bond?
Well,
There's all this stuff that I haven't heard,
The
but I think
land
it's
we're-
really important.
Chico's gonna give the land to the town, 37 acres. So that's what we're calculating, not the market value, but the tax
The
value.
assessed value, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, thanks everyone for being here tonight. On this, we're looking into bonding, the plan would be to bond for it because the town can get tax exempt bonds, that's how we finance the original 18 holes. And so on, the rates are, you know, the amortization schedules, you start low and the rates get higher over time. And so it starts around 3% and gets into the 4% is the rate. And then, you know, in terms of the annual payments, so just something to keep in mind for any of these projects. On last year's budget, the roughly 1 mil to increase your taxes by 1 mil, which I know is a hard thing to conceptualize, but that's how we measure tax rates. Of course, it's the 1,000th of the value of your property. So the mill rate right now is 4.3. You know, compared to any other town in the state, that's very, very low. And so for each new $1.5 million the town spends, roughly, that would be 1 mil. And so the payments on this would not be $1.5 million a year. It would be in the, you know, couple 200,000 to 400,000, something like that. So you're talking, you know, a couple tenths of a mil, and that's probably going to be the case with a lot of these projects. So, you know, all of them. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them are 7-figure kind of projects. So that's just you know, what we're really trying to do. Just if you look back, all of the cool projects in town, this building, the AGC, the outdoor center, the golf course, are things that were probably there was a lot of discussion that led to them, tough decisions to make. Looking back, I don't know that the town regrets any of them. I think they've all been good investments. So right now, everything on this list, if money was no object, I could see this whole room saying, you know, great, let's just improve the town in all these different ways. What we're trying to do as manager and select board is plan this in a way that leads to sort of manageable cost impact. So just talking through, you know, this project has had a lot of energy and study put into it. Other projects, what we're trying to do for you is make sure we're in touch with you and that we can plan to develop in a way that's fiscally responsible.
We did get the DEP approval for this, to build it, and we got the planning zone approval as well.
Just to,
So the assessed value, just going back to that, it's about 9 million for the land, but the market value is about 20.
I'd like to, just, so the value of land, if you own land, raw land, you can, full value, P value, you can do whatever you want with it, right? If the town gets this land can they do whatever they want with it? No, it's gonna be a golf course, right?
I mean,
Oh, yes, yes. It's gonna be a golf course.
we own it, so.
Can we do something else? Can we say, I don't want to digress, but just throw something out there? What if we decide, well, wait a minute, we only need 8 holes, and maybe on the 9th fairway, we could have like workforce housing? No, we can't do that, because it's going to be a 9-hole golf course, right? So what's the town's return on investment for this? Is town going to be able to get revenue from this, or just enough to pay back the bond to have this? I don't see the value of having the town. I see the value because they don't have to pay taxes on it. If the town owns it.
As a, yeah, just.
But it's not like the town doesn't own valuable land, it's got a golf course on it.
Yeah, sure. So coming from the public sector, my mindset is always, taxpayer value and not return on investment, because in government, you do things for the public good that don't always make a profit per se. So would this or any other investment be a good investment for the town? I think, question is, partially, would this town like to have the 9 holes in sort of a green circle, blue square golf course instead of the triple black diamond golf course that we have, or as an addition? And is it a good investment to have 30 plus acres on the mountain that we don't have right now? Those are questions to think about.